Hey everybody, it's James Dean with Nowhere Special. Thankfully, New York State's moving back into the to-go cocktail realm, so I'm going to be starting back up with my flights for you to take home and enjoy yourself. Today we're going to be starting off with Four Roses. I have their full selection of bourbon, and we'll be tasting through it today, and you could try it at home on yourself. So we're going to be starting off. Well, Four Roses is a unique and interesting distillery. They have 10 different bourbons, 2 different mash bills, and 5 different yeast strains, which they use to blend together to make their Four Roses Kentucky Straight Bourbon. This is going to be an 80 proof spirit. This is a blend of all 10 of their bourbons. So this is going to be the most cost-effective, like the entry-level version of their bourbon. Light vanilla notes, light oak on the nose. Little caramel sweetness, nice and bright. Very smooth, very light. A little bit, again, caramel, vanilla, that oak. This for me is a good mixer. This is good, like bourbon for an old-fashioned or just a straight go-to. The characteristics on the palate are a little bit lighter for what I would say on a normal sipper, but it does have enough flavor to stand up to make a few cocktails with it. Little bitters, bitters and some ginger beer. Be really nice. Yeah, so that's Four Roses Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 80%. 80 proof, 80% ABV. Yeah, cheers. All right, now we're on to Four Roses Small Batch, which bops up the alcohol by volume by 45%, so 90 proof. This is going to be a blend of 4 of the 10 different kinds of bourbon that Four Roses makes. It's going to be anywhere aged between 6 and 7, sometimes up to 8 years. So it's going to give you a little bit more of a blend, more of a mild, a little bit more flavor to it than the original, but definitely a little bit more spice on the nose, almost a bit more of that rye characteristic coming out, but definitely like hot caramel, a little ethanol-y, but that is that 90 proof. We are starting to climb up that boozy ladder. On the palate, definitely a little bit spicier, definitely a little hotter, obviously, than the 80 proof, the yellow label. Nice little spice characteristic to it. Really nice smell. A little bit longer finish on it, kind of carries out on that mellow note. This, for me, is a bit more of a sipper. You could also make a really nice old-fashioned, a little bit more of an elevated old-fashioned Manhattan with this one. This one's going to have a little bit more of that characteristic to it, but yeah, very quite good. Cheers. Alrighty, so next we're going to move on to Four Roses Single Barrel. We're raising up the alcohol on this to 50%, which is going to bring it up to 100 proof. So this is going to be a single barrel expression. This is taken from Warehouse TN, barrel number 58-3R. So there's that. Typically these are aged 7 to 9 years. It's going to be a higher rye mash bill from their 2 different mash bills, and then I'm not exactly sure which yeast strain they're using, but there was that. So let's give her a sniff. The nose is kind of tight, like you get a little bit of those similar caramel, vanilla, light oak nose, but it's kind of, the alcohol is starting to keep it a little tighter. On the palate, it's a little bit more fruity, like you get like kind of like a dried fig, pear, light apple, still a little bit of vanilla. That oak has kind of subsided, but like these, because they're a single barrel, they'll change from vintage to vintage and barrel to barrel. But like this one's actually quite mellow and nice and really smooth sipper. That caramel kind of rolls through on the finish. for 100 proof, it's actually a little bit smoother than what I would say the small batch was for 90. But then there's a little bit of a linger and just kind of a mellow, nice little mellow finish on it. Cheers. All right, and then finishing up, we have the Four Roses Small Batch Select. This is going to be another blend, kind of similar to the small batch, but a bit more on the higher end. This is aged at minimum of 6 years. So a typical 6 to 7 year age statement on this. It's going to be non-chill filtered. The ABV moves up again to 52% alcohol with 104 proof. So this is going to be a blend of 6 of their 10 different bourbons. Again, like 2 different mash bills, 5 different yeast strains, 10 different bourbons. 6 of those make up this. So this is a bit more on the complex, fuller body side. So you get a little spice on the nose, almost like a little bit of fruitiness. A lot more fruit on the palate on this one. Almost like blueberries, kind of like fresh citrus sometimes. Like a fruity caramel. Yeah, this one of the 4 is my favorite for, like, especially just sitting down and sipping and kind of like tearing it apart. Like, it's a very smooth, complex, beautiful color to it as well. Yeah, just very smooth, fruity without being like sweet, like very fresh fruit. Yeah, very tasty. So you can try all of these either at Nowhere Special or now, thankfully, I can start doing my little to-go flights again. So you can find those on the website with the link above, available for pickup. Got to check your ID and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, come on in. Let's try some bourbon and let's have fun. Cheers, everybody. Thanks. This has been James from Nowhere Special.